Right, what is going on everyone? Now welcome back to a new video. Now today's video, by popular demand and timing could not be better, is how to build your strength back up in the gym very quickly. And if you are someone that wants a little bit of help, I'm also going to attach a free PDF file which is a little functional bodybuilding routine, okay? It is something that is, imagine a little snippet, 4 weeks inside the Sculpt Academy, and we write new phases every single 4-week block, okay? So if you want to get involved, download it. It will be in the comments below. You can try it out for 4 weeks. Let us know in the comments how you're getting on, give us some feedback, and then obviously if you want to go anywhere further with it, you can jump on board and have all of the Sculpt coaches behind you, pushing you for success. So rather than trying to make this a crazy edit, I just want to talk to the camera. I've noted some things down on my phone in front of us that I think are my 5 best tips for you to get your strength back when it comes to the gym. Right, now tip number 1 is going to be working at 70 to 80% of your max effort. And this, it doesn't have to be like a bulletproof. You don't have to go and like get a piece of paper and work out the maths of like your 1 rep maxes and stuff like that. Just think loosely, okay? If you went in the gym and you PB'd your back squat of like 150 kilos back before when the gyms were open, take 20% off that lift, okay? And say your 1 rep max back squat is now 120. Okay, when it comes to you training, obviously work in percentages and work below that number, okay, until you can eventually build it back up, and weeks and weeks and weeks it will be very easy to progressively overload. Now that's weights taken care of and resistance training. Now looking at cardio and conditioning, the same thing applies for that, or at least I would recommend it, right? You come back into the gym, you start doing sprints on the bike, 30-30s every single day, you start like smashing battle ropes and some of the conditioning workouts that people are putting on that have trained all the way through this lockdown, you'll probably have a very rough time, okay? It is better to be working at that 70-80% mark, okay? And I mean in terms of effort, okay? So I'm all for training hard, but sort of drop it back a little bit for the first couple of weeks. 70-80% mark for your sprints, for your workouts, whether you're doing bike after your training, whether you're doing a run, something like that. And basically, it is better to train 6 days at that percentage rather than trying to cane it at max effort for the first 3 days and having to take a week off, okay? Your central nervous system will be all over the place. You'll probably feel pretty down in the dumps and you might even get sick. Tip number 2, my favorite one, is tempo and positional work, okay? One of the easiest ways to get strong with light weights, which is something you probably should have been doing in lockdown anyway, is controlling the tempo, okay? If you don't want to be shocked, and I mean that in the sense of you go and pick your old weights up that you used to dumbbell chest pressing, they'll probably hit you like a ton of bricks, okay? It's probably gonna feel terrible and you might even cause an injury. So what to do is scale the weight back, drop a little bit further down the dumbbell rack or lighter squats or whatever you wanna do, and try and work on 3-4 second negatives, okay? And get in good positions, okay? You might not be used to the movement patterns that you were once doing. You might have decreased mobility because you've been lazy and you've been sat down for quite a while. And to be fair, that is fine, okay? So get in good positions, work on tempos, make sure you are squatting in the right position, lunging in the right position, make sure your deadlift's perfect form. And if you nail that and work on that in the first couple of weeks, the lifts will go up. You don't need to worry, it will happen naturally. Tip number 3 happens here. Nail the nutrition in the kitchen, okay? If I can get you to take away one thing from this video, is nutrition helps everything, okay? So whether it be your recovery, whether it be your training performance, whether it be your aesthetics and the way you look, and I'm probably guessing that you probably aren't feeling your best right now because we've been in lockdown, we've not been training as much. You want to try and accelerate the results as quickly as possible. And the best thing to do is, even if you have a few half-hour sessions in the gym, if your nutrition gets back on track, you will progress so quickly, okay? So try and work out the calories that you are on for maintenance, try and get a ballpark idea, and then start manipulating it, whether you want to train in a surplus, whether you want to train in a deficit, and start trying to like work your nutrition around your sessions. So every time you go into the gym, you can maximize your time in there and maximize your effort. The next point number 4, is enhancing your recovery. And this sort of leads with nutrition. It's quite hand in hand, okay? Obviously, if you are nailing your nutrition, you're pretty much there already. But start thinking about things like, I know personally from my experience, I was staying up way later in lockdown and I was getting up a little bit later as well. Try and sort of get in a routine, whatever that may be. I'm not saying you have to get up at 5 a.m. every day, but try and have some consistency. bed at 11, waking up at 7, something like that. And that will play a massive part in increasing the speed of your results and gaining your strength back. Sleep is probably the most underrated tool in your arsenal. And the last final tip, okay, take it easy. This is the most simplest, it's the most simplest thing I can say, right? But take it easy. It is better to try and gain your strength back in 6 to 8 slow weeks than trying to PB on week 2, trying to push back to your weights that you were doing before lockdown, on your deadlifts, on your squats, whatever it may be, and injuring yourself, okay? Because you're only gonna have another lockdown in your physique in terms of your training. You will be locked down, and it will not be because the gyms are shut, it'll be because you are injured and you can't do anything apart from sit on the bike or walk on the treadmill, okay? That is the worst thing you wanna do. You wanna have consistency, you wanna spread your progress out and build up across 6 weeks, get in them good positions, work hard, but work steadily at that 80% effort mark and gradually increase percentages, okay? It is easy in your head to sort of perceive effort, okay? The RPE scale. How hard am I working this week? Probably 75%, right? Next week, I'm gonna start ramping it up a little bit and do that with the weights, do that with your nutrition, gradually get better with that, do that with your cardio workouts, and you will gain your strength back, gain your fitness back very, very quickly, and you will have nothing to worry about. That is all for now. That is everything for the video. I hope you have some takeaways from that video. Those are probably my 5 quick tips. And remember to go in the comments below, download free functional bodybuilding routine, and then let me know how you get on in the comments, okay? Give the video a like, give it a thumbs up, and apart from that, I appreciate it. I'll see you in the gyms.